Welcome into the In the Money podcast for KeenelandSelect.com for Sunday, April 8th. Tom Leach along with Jim Goodman, Keeneland's Director for Wagering Development, as we take a look at a couple of stakes races on the Sunday card. One for 3-year-old fillies that we'll start with, Jim. It's the about 7 furlongs distance, the Beard Course they call it, for the Grade 3 Beaumont, presented by Keeneland Select. And you've got horse Dream It Is, who was very impressive winner at Saratoga last summer, making her 3-year-old debut. Same for Happy Like a Fool, who won her debut like a good thing here at Keeneland last spring. Where did you land?
I landed on a horse that I don't really know. I love the name. I'm a Sunday Silence fan, and this horse is related to Sunday Silence, his grandfather, and Summer Sunday. I saw this horse run at Woodbine last summer. Another horse coming off a layoff, undefeated, on the poly. So you don't know how she's going to transfer that form to the main track, but. I just Le Peru takes the mount, and I'm just going for a little bit of a price here because these other horses are coming off layoffs as well. They're 3-year-old debuts. Dream It Is probably the favorite for Barbara Minshaw, who hasn't run a horse this year, but won the Schuylerville at Saratoga by 9 last summer, and then obviously has had some issues getting back to the races. Uppercut for Peter Urton, Gas Station Sushi for Richard Baltus, comes from Del Mar. A lot of ways to go in here. I just like Summer Sunday. I like the progression. I think been training well, and a lot of people are going to overlook this filly because she's coming from Woodbine, and I think she's got a shot. Probably Dream It Is my second choice. Happy Like a Fool with Wesley Ward. Wesley's horses didn't fire on the first day of the meet on Friday, but he's always got to be considered with young horses. So one of those that I'll spread in the pick 4 when we talk about that, but I'm going to go with the price here on Summer Sunday, the 7 horse.
I went to Uppercut in here, and the first reason is the jockey angle. Mike Smith is riding, and he rode this horse to a debut win out in California, and there have been 5 works since that win. Smith is also on a horse in the next race that we'll talk about, but looking at the 2, I haven't talked to Mike, but I'm guessing that the main reason he shipped all the way across country is this filly. Because he rode her last time, and I thought that was noteworthy. I like the 5 works off that debut win, so I'm going to take Uppercut here on a ambitious move from maiden right into graded stake. Dream It Is, like you, was the one to beat. Happy Like a Fool. We did talk to Wesley Ward for the TV show that goes each day at 11:30 a.m. on the Keeneland website and on the app, and for simulcast players, and Wesley acknowledged that there's maybe a little bit of a question about the distance for this filly, so I'm not going to put her on top for that reason. And Gas Station Sushi, the 5, and the California Invaders, the other one I'm going to throw in there. But Uppercut is my pick in the Beaumont. Grade 2 Appalachian, presented by the Japan Racing Association, is the 8th race. It's for 3-year-old fillies on the turf at a mile, and I couldn't get too creative in here. I loved Rushing Fall last year. Was all over her for the Breeders' Cup, and she was so impressive. And Chad Brown was telling us that yesterday that she has really filled out. Looks like she's really developed from 2 to 3, working great. She's won here, so I just couldn't find any reason to go against the chalk. So Rushing Fall's my pick. Daddy's a Legend, ran against her last year and certainly didn't get embarrassed, so she's got a shot. The Way I Am's gotten really good and was very impressive winning here last fall. And then there's a long shot that's worth a look, I think, Heavenly Love. I think she's got a lot of talent, not showing it so far this year. Maybe getting back on the turf will be the trick for her, but you could use her underneath Rushing Fall maybe and catch a little bit of a price. I liked Ultima D for the same angle, but she's going to scratch, according to what Wesley Ward told us. So Rushing Fall for me in the Appalachian. How about you?
I can't argue with you. Rushing Fall was so impressive here, and everybody that watched her in the Jessamine should have bet her the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies turf because she was the real deal, and she looked great out there. This is her first time as a 3-year-old, and hoping to be one of the top 3-year-old fillies in the country on turf. And I think she's got all the boxes checked. She's run well here. She's run well on a soft turf where you may get some give on the ground with the rain, a little bit of rain that we had earlier on Friday, and then the snow and whatever we're getting on Saturday. So might be a little give in the ground. Rushing Fall proved that she could run on a soft turf last year, so I can't see any reason to go against her. I would do an exacta, cold exacta with Rushing Fall in the way I am. I just think those 3 wins in a row at Gulfstream, I mean, she's won in January, February, March, and just a month apart, and she's got 5 weeks here, and she's gotten 80, 82, and 84 buyers in grade 3s, and I think the way I am is right there with Rushing Fall, and I'm going to do a cold exacta 2-9, but Rushing Fall is my pick.
Let's go back to the 6th race, and we'll take a look at the late pick 4, which includes those 2 stakes. So it starts with an allowance race on a turf, finishes with a maiden claimer at a mile, and an 8th is the 9th race. What's your pick 4 look like?
Yeah, I'm going deep here. I like Black Type here, the 5-horse for Christophe Clement, and ran well off layoff last time, but the layoff concerns me a little bit. First time out. As a 7-year-old, the horse has obviously been around a long time and is a classy gelding. Black Type would be my top pick here, but I'm also going to use Are You Kidding Me, the 2, Black Type, the 5, Sergeant at Arms, the 6, second North America for Grand Motion, the 8-horse Shocky Mott, who really was a lot better last year and hadn't shown much this year yet, but has a lot of back class and has a shot in here as well. And the 10-horse Offering Plan, can't leave Chad Brown out. So 2, 5, 6, 8, 10 in that race. I'm going to go 4 deep in the Beaumont, presented by Keeneland Select, with 1, 3, 4, 7. Happy Like a Fool, Dream It Is, Uppercut, and my top pick, Summer Sunday. Singling Rushing Fall, the 2-horse in the Appalachian. And then go as deep as you can afford in the last race. I've narrowed it down to 3, 4, 7 with Potomac, Daddy's Placer, and the Robert. I don't feel strong about that. I'd probably add Kenny McPeak's horse, Clearly Super, in there, and possibly Accusing for Ben Colebrook, just because he throws some shots in there every once in a while. So go 5 deep there with 1, 3, 4, 7, 9. And I think that is a $50 ticket.
I'm kind of structuring my ticket in a similar fashion. I'm starting off with 6 horses in the allowance race, the 6th. Going to use the 7 Coco Mon. That would be my win pick, just off that huge race that he ran here. And second, off the layoff, and I thought he caught a really good group in that first start. But I like him. Sergeant at Arms for Motion, Black Type, Master Marion, Inspector Lindley, and Offering Plan. I'm going to use 6. Then I'm going to use Uppercut, Dream It Is, and Gas Station Sushi. Single Rushing Falls. I like Clearly Super. There's a 4-year-old going against Younger, and the pedigree for the mile and an 8th. I like that one a good bit, but I'm going to spread. I mean, it's a maiden claiming race. I can't single anybody in there. Sacred Walk, the 8. Potomac, the 3. Daddy's Placer, the 4. Marriage Counselor, the 6. So 6 by 3 by 1 by 5 for me. I hit the opening day pick 4. I think it paid a whopping $62 for 50 cents. So maybe you scratched out a little bit of a profit there. Hopefully this will get a price in here along with Rushing Fall and juice this one up just a little bit. Don't forget that you can play at KeenelandSelect.com if you can't make it out to the track for the spring meet, and the great rewards programs when you play through Keeneland Select, and great video with the Keeneland app too. So follow along that way. You can bet through that, and you can see video of the races when you can't be there. For Jim Goodman, I'm Tom Leach, and this is the In the Money Podcast for KeenelandSelect.com.